What do we know about this deal that Fiat is nearing?
So we know that a deal might be closed, that they are now discussing the final details of these sales, which will be quite iconic because it will mark the first M&A decision by the new CEO Mike Marelli, and also the first big decision related to M&A by John Elkann after Marchionne passed away. Talks with KKR's Calsonic started under Marchionne when Fiat was still considering also a spin-off of its unit. Now they are going into the sale. It's a big check, how Marchionne called it in June when he said he was open to a sale. It's a big check for Fiat Chrysler. That means they can increase their cash position by about 5 billion euros. This could eventually open the way to a dividend or to reward shareholders in some way. And it's also a test for the leadership of the new CEO Mike Marelli and of John Elkann. A deal could be announced as early as this month.
I have to say, for me, it's a bit of a sad affair because I use Magneti Marelli clocks on all of my old Ducatis, and I feel it's like a nostalgic thing that I want to see it in Italian hands, but that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about
sad.
Probably Tommaso, the much more important story, I think, for European automakers, for Fiat, Chrysler, as well as especially, for BMW, for Volkswagen, for Daimler, and those French guys. The EU is looking at even tougher emissions rules, and we almost had even Euro 6 diesels banned in Berlin yesterday. So there's some real trouble brewing on the emissions front.
Yeah, absolutely. The market already was somehow shocked in September with the big fall in Europe after the new rules started to take into action, and now they are considering to cut emission by 35% to 30 from 2021, and Europe has already a very tough emission. Which is the bottom line, Matt? You probably know better than me. Electric cars, electric vehicles. If emission will be, if the rules on emission will be tougher, that means that every car maker must speed up the introduction of electric cars, somehow anticipating the consumers' will. So it's a government-driven market at this point. So and obviously this means massive investments, new network, and the real change of the auto industry, no?
I just want to point out, I have been considering an electric Vespa because Piaggio says they're going to start selling Vespas. But the problem for me and for a lot of people, Tommaso, is I don't know where I would charge it. There's no electrical outlets in my garage, nor on the streets around. So anyway, these are fascinating discussions that we could go on forever. Tommy, thanks so much for joining us. Tommaso Ebhardt, Bloomberg's senior reporter in Milan.